I've had quite a few volunteers to get to the local branch of HMV or FOP here in the UK to get some videos so we can hopefully see many of them across the country that we're unlikely to ever get to in person. Yesterday I visited the impressive old style store in Swindon, which I think has to be the main reason to ever visit Swindon town centre. There is also a CEX, which yesterday I was surprised to see had loads of 4K copies of Top Gun Maverick for sale. Evidently not everyone was as enamoured with the film as I was. Interestingly though, because of the sale in HMV, Top Gun Maverick was actually cheaper new in there. £22 in CEX, £18.75 in HMV. Sorry if you missed it. The video section is upstairs in Swindon and it has a similar sort of feel to FOP in Covent Garden. The 4K section is larger than most HMVs, but so is every other video section. Everything we were specifically looking for was there. HMV was originally a record store, and with the resurgence of vinyl LPs, music is back in abundance and hugely important to the business. Everything you could ever need for your vinyl collection is here, including record decks and all sorts of accessories to keep all your vinyl playing with tip-top perfect audio. So, a great store with courteous, personable staff that is well worth a visit. Highly recommended and great to see it so busy and well supported. I had to pick the right moments between shots because at times there were just too many people in there. Right, hopefully this is going to be the start of a series so we can all take a look at these HMVs around the country. I've already tagged Pete at PlaytendoGuy, so he's going to try and get a video of his local HMV for us. Can't remember where Pete is, but I guess we'll find out. Keith at Euphoria Pictures is going to try and get to the Belfast branch for us, and I think that could be a really interesting video. John at Mondo Chelloveck has accepted his mission to get back to the fabulous Newcastle branch, and Trevor at Double Bill Movies is going to try to shoot High Wycombe and maybe Reading too. I know the Reading store, and it's a really nice one. Chrissy Boy doesn't have a channel, but is going to try to get some shots of the Workington store in Cumbria. I was up there working earlier this year, but didn't think to look for an HMV. Probably just as well, I wouldn't have got any work done. Blu-ray Baz, who also doesn't have a channel yet, well, he headed into Winchester for us, but wasn't greeted with the greatest of enthusiasm, so may head into Southampton branch too. We'll see what happens there, but hopefully at the very least some exterior shots of both those branches to bring to you in the future. Jonathan Gorse is hoping to get to the Guildford branch, where he reports very friendly staff, so that sounds like another good one to visit if we're ever in the Guildford area. Klassic Reviews does have a channel and has a lot of reviews up there. He's going to get into his local store. One review of his I remember is Thor Love and Thunder, which I got the impression he didn't think very much of. And finally, ElectricGeek is going to be our man up in Scotland, so we can see his local Ayr branch and maybe Glasgow too. So that should be another really interesting video or two coming from ElectricGeek. All YouTubers who supply videos for this, please feel free to tag other YouTubers and I'll link them in here if you let me know. Or possibly I'll have to link them in future videos because the description in this one might get a bit long. We really enjoyed our trip to HMV Swindon. It seems to make the whole trip to Swindon that much more worthwhile when you've got a really good store there that you enjoy looking around, and HMV is certainly that. Now on the cash desk now, I haven't noticed these before, but they're giving out these little pamphlets which are really good. This one's all about the latest disc releases. But they also had one for records. For some reason, my wife didn't pick that one up. She probably thought I was going to spot another Blade Runner LP or something and didn't fancy the expense of yet another soundtrack in the house, which I play a few times and then just admire the cover. But what we did pick up on 4K UHD yesterday was Saturday Night Fever, the new release there, so a review of that might be coming soon. Also, because I've rather got into looking at the Star Trek films on 4K, I thought might be a good excuse to go through Star Trek V: The Final Frontier and maybe do a different sort of video, something along the lines of everything wrong with Star Trek V, although I do still really like the film and think of all of them, this one's actually got the best Star Trek moments. So not the best film by any stretch, but some of the best Star Trek. This one has caused quite a bit of controversy, I'm told. Michael Mann's Collateral. I think Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx in this film are brilliant, so I thought I'd have a look at this 4K disc and see if it really is as wishy-washy as people tell me it is. That could be interesting, so I don't know if I'll do a review of that one, but I might include it in a future video to let you know what I think. Jurassic World Dominion. I thought I'd have a look at this simply because everyone has been asking me to take a look at it. I don't think many people seem to like it, but don't know really what to expect. Another load of tosh that will hopefully be enjoyable tosh, because I rather like films like that. This is one that John and Mondo Chelloveck Movies was very enthusiastic about. The new 4K release of War of the Worlds also comes with a Blu-ray of When Worlds Collide. I believe this one's a genuine 3-strip Technicolor. I'll have to look that up, and so that's probably why John was so enthused about it. So we'll see what I think about this one, and I might actually do a full review of it. And my wife spotted this one on the shelf, thankfully, because I'd forgotten to look. Season 2 of Star Trek Picard. We both thought Season 1 was excellent, so it'd be interesting to see how this one develops. And because I've really got into Star Trek again lately, we've been watching Star Trek Discovery, which got a bit of wokery in it, but apart from that, is an excellent series, so you just have to look past that. Star Trek Discovery Season 1 and Season 2. We actually spotted in there Star Trek Discovery Season 3, so I believe there's actually a Season 4 out now. So we've just started watching that. We'll see if this Season 3 is as good as Season 1 and Season 2. So if you haven't seen Star Trek Discovery, might be worth a look. We both think it's excellent. It's not quite up to the original Star Treks with Kirk, McCoy, Bones, Uhura, Sulu, Chekhov and Scotty, but it is very good. The characters are very good and it's hugely entertaining. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this update. Until the next video, bye bye for now.